Welcome back here. Does your New Year's resolution include being eco-friendly? How about making 2022 the year you choose to refuse, reuse, and celebrate sustainably?
Yeah, there's a lot of things we can all do to help our planet. So to share how we can keep these resolutions, Ian Monahan joins us with I Love a Clean San Diego. Always a great go-to expert on what we can do. And you have a demo, it looks like, for us. A big topic right now, Ian. Food waste.
Yes.
What are we supposed to do? The new law went into effect. So teach us a few things, can you?
So it's actually really exciting for 2020. They're all going to start composting everything from yard clippings to plate scrapings or food scraps. So if you haven't heard about it and you don't see these new green bins that are coming out to your community, don't worry, it's phasing out. But each city and each community is eventually going to have their own brown version of a recycling bin where you can put your food waste. Now, I have a home composting bin as an example. And right here, I have a little bin that we keep in our kitchen. And it's just got compostable material that we just keep in this little cup, which empties maybe once every 3 days. And it goes inside our composting bin. And then we just give it a few turns, and over time, we end up with this great stuff that can be put back into the garden, around plants, and etc. This is what we're going to be able to do on a really large scale with curbside recycling, where people will be able to literally take all this great stuff, dump it into a recycling bin, essentially, and have it picked up. And now we're going to be creating compost on a really large scale to go back into parks, and people will be able to get it for their own homes and communities.
That is
so it's
awesome.
Going to take time to really get it going, but we're getting there.
It's gonna. I know it's gonna be phasing in here in the summer here in San Diego. Hopefully by then. Reading some of the comments on our threads on this, people weighing in on this. A lot of people are really excited about this. They're willing to do whatever it takes to cut down on trash. But others are saying, look, having this stuff sit in my house under my sink, it's going to lead to flies and ants and rodents and other potential problems. And then I've got costs of, the pest guys coming out. How do you handle that? How do you get around that?
Well, literally this bin comes inside another case for well over 3 years. I've had no problems with rodents or any other insects or anything like that. These little bins are very helpful. Once they're in the compost bin, you have to kind of equate it to you would be throwing that stuff away in the garbage can. So it's the same thing, except it's going now into a compost bin instead of the garbage. And personally, don't have any problems with that kind of infestation myself. But as things start to break down, really what we're looking for is getting this great soil. So there is a process to it. Personally, I haven't experienced any problems like that.
Okay, so you don't have like trails of ants. I know we've heard people really worried about this. Bugs, flies, I don't want that in my house. Rats are going to come over. So you're not seeing that personally, right?
No, I mean, literally, I threw in here shells. We were going to be able to put in, scrap fruits, types of meat. These are all things that would be eaten by a rodent. And no.
No, it closes.
Yeah. So because, again, you would be throwing this in the trash,
right?
Track the same type of animal, for instance. But again, that's hasn't been an issue.
I guess people think the trash would be in bags. You tie it up and have the string that keeps it in a bag, which is plastic, which we don't even want to deal with. But the fact that it's like gooey in there, I think just that concept is hard for people to change their ways, right?
Yeah, well, and that's fair. But I would just point to what I've got right. What starts is start to put these in the bin, starts to break down and turn into really useful compost. And this stuff is all food and yard waste. It smells great. It just smells like fresh.
You smelled it.
Yeah, there you go.
Gross you out.
Hey, Ian, real quick, we got to run here, but you guys tell us real quick about this event you guys have next week and where people can learn more information on it.
Yeah, next week we're having a New Year's resolution webinar. I love it. You can go to cleansd.org. Register for free, join in and find out about all the cool stuff you can do in 2022. We're going to even be talking about zero waste pets toys. This is my pet toy for my dog. It's a tennis ball and a sock. I didn't have to go buy a plastic piece of stuff for him to play with. So,
Can you show it one more
it's gonna
time? We were in the graphic when you showed
Yeah.
it. What's your pet thing?
Let's see it.
It was a sock with a tennis ball.
Oh, did you just throw
Oh,
it?
yep, you just threw it away.
We
There
missed
is.
it.
Okay.
Wing it around and chuck it, and we play tug of war, and it's a perfect little thing. So
Nice.
Yeah, you don't have to go buy all these plastic toys that aren't good for the pets to chew on anyway. So good. Okay, a lot of good advice that you guys always offer. I love a clean San Diego. Ian, thank you so much.
Thanks, Ian.
yeah, you take care.